So I already showed you how I made my little sliding shelves cupboard, so this week I'll show you how I did the Alice in Wonderland inspired paint job. So I started with my plain white shelf board, and then I just made rows of painter's tape, evenly spacing them all the way down it, and the space in between was about the same width as a piece of painter's tape. So I just went all the way down the board, and then I did the same thing going the opposite direction, making a bunch of little squares in between. And so then you just want to give the entire thing a coating of black paint. I started with spray paint and then ended up just hand painting it. So then you rip off all the painter's tape, you have a bunch of little black squares. So then just cover up all those squares with rows of painter tape and go both directions once again, except in this case you're just covering up all the black squares. And then spray it again with black paint. And then when you rip off the tape, you'll end up with the checkerboard design. I had to touch up a little bit because my paint bled under the tape, but once I had it touched up, all the lines were crisp. And then I painted red around the outside to make the black and white checks pop. Then coated the whole thing with some clear varnish. And so then I took the handle and I measured out where I wanted the handle to sit, marked it out, and screwed the handle right back in there. So then my little shelf comes out nice and easily. And I did the same thing with the door, painting it white, and then I did the whole painter's tape thing to make the checkerboard design. And then the cupboards themselves, I covered up the pink with a nice deep red. They call it heirloom red. And so I didn't do the top side of this cupboard because the other cupboard goes on top of it. So I ended up with this, the front and side, and then to decorate the inside, because the inside was still that kind of pinky color that I didn't really like, and there's a lot of scratches on the shelves and stuff, so I covered that with old calendar pictures, including some from a folk angel calendar that were kind of happy looking. And so then I've got my little Alice in Wonderland inspired cupboard, and it's nice and happy to open up to.